hi. Kind of should be alive. At least I should do that soon because we need to get this conversation still going. Happy almost anniversary! Not to the Truth It community that I've been hosting for, because that is an anniversary coming up as well. We've been at this for a while. But to the 14 days of flattening the curve, happy 1 year anniversary of slowly getting your rights stripped away from you. And you're welcoming it. And you're consenting to it over and over again. You're still doing it. And guess what? I'm still doing it. I'm still not consenting. Lo and behold, I've been having a pretty damn good year, and I'm not sorry to say that. I've chosen it. I've chosen to. I've done a lot of work, which is an individual person's job to do, both inside and out. The inside work, the outside research, all of the above, a personal solo journey with motivation and support from others. But if you're not doing the work and you're not taking the journey, how are you doing? How does it feel? Is your circle getting bigger or smaller? You feel like you're missing out on major life events? Do you feel like that rage, just that bubbling up trigger is just getting so frustrating you're just happen to pop more anxiety medication? Like, how are you really? And this probably isn't going to the direct audience out there. This might have to go to somebody's friend or two. Because I know some of my peeps, they're not around anymore. And that's okay. If you're not matching the same frequency, just those who are working to develop their light body and their mad, crazy, awesome skills, because we're all born with them. We're all freaking phenomenal. I lost my train of thought. If you are not working on those things, or if you are and you really put in a lot of work, your light body's growing, you're really at this high frequency, why would you lower yourself to meet somebody? You don't. You support, you open arms, you encourage, you show how, you show what you did, what your friends did, different ways to do it, how to rise and meet them, to meet you up there, so you all are like back on top again. Instead, there is this vicious cycle out there of trying to pull people down with you. We used to see this kind of thing at the water cooler talk, right? The 9-to-5s, the Mean Girls clubs, which still exist, unfortunately. The power trips, all these little situations where people are like, the gossipy, the this, the that. We all know what it's like to get your vibration pulled, to have an energy vampire, to have someone challenge you and trigger you. When you are working on that life body, you're not triggered so much, but you don't have time. Everything's quantum, and that's a whole other thing. You're not going to take those lower vibration steps anymore. And now that is not an unheart-centered thing to do. It's not like you're leaving those behind. They've been given things on a silver platter from you. Your time, your energy, the things that you've done. If they're not coming up to match you, then sayonara. We'll see you soon. We'll see you when you can match that high vibration. I'm totally just winging it here. But I just, aren't you all fucking sick of talking about the same talking points over and over? The best is those that are like, freedom, Trump, woo, give me a vaccine. I say, what the fuck? You weren't paying attention the past 4 years to a holistic way that the new administration was trying to usher in. That medical beds are on deck, that healing light and sound therapy, bodies mentoring, all of the things. You completely weren't that. You're kind of just bandwagoning and coattailing. Because when you do the work, you do not sign up for Gates' agenda or the New World Order agenda. And you're talking to, you all got fucking, what's it called? White lighted or zapped Matrix style or that Will Smith movie. What the heck am I trying to say? When they zap your memory? Oh no, it was the propaganda and the tainted the unvaxxed mothers, or the mothers that have had to hold their children while they seizure near die, or a family member, or a teacher watching someone turn into a vegetable. There's been over a decades, but my personal journey is over a decade, of accounted stories of how medical choice was taken away years ago from me. I chose another path. One that I am in control of. I'm making cookies. Just 1 second. Shoot! I was on a roll! I find it hypocritical, and I find it uneducated to support the big pharmaceutical agenda, which is in cahoots with all those peeps. The Vatican, the royals, Hollywood, politicians, Epstein, da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. Isn't it ironic that our little pal of the military intelligence service, Q, and all these mainstream stories on Saturday Night Live and things, isn't it ironic that it's starting to come into the consciousness? And now there is a training going on of conspiracy, but it's still seeding the population. And knowing that the good guys are in control and that CEOs have been stepping down left and right for 2 years and being replaced quietly, I'm going to tell you this now. You are loved. You are encouraged to question the narrative, and you have one final quest to reclaim your sovereignty, and that involves your health, and that involves doing unto others and healing your shit. All of it. And to those who are so anxious, they turn to vices, and they get super triggered by those who are happy and healthy and having a good time by not needing anything. Take the time to ask these people, how did you get in that position? Have you ever felt like I have? Because all of them cannot be living in such a light body with having drowned in the dark for some time. And that is a cold, hard fact. I think one of my favorite memories, as far as the Hollywood foo-foo shishi, you name them, I've worked with them. But towards the end there's a very well-established, famous first AD. He's very intimidating by nature and stature, but I buzzed around, I did my thing, I was in a good place, and he stopped me and he goes, Heidi, what is it? What is it that makes you so optimistic and happy and hopeful, and however he worded it? And I go, well, Mr. Dean, I've seen some dark shit. I've had a lot happen the whole entire time. I thought so. He goes, it takes somebody who's been in such a dark place to be in such a light place. So do the work. You are loved. You are supported. No one is going to carry you. You can be guided and shown, but it's up to you to make good choices. If you find yourself in a health situation, research the fuck out of it. Take your health back into your own hands. There are so many sources, so many places to research, ancient even. If you have a financial situation, dig deep. Are you doing what you love? Are you being guided to do what you love? There's so many things. And I'm not on a tangent because I'm going on a Zoom in a second, so I love you all and I'll see you soon. I don't know what I just said, but it's so important to talk these things out. And it's really good lighting. I still battle ego. But it's not really. It's trying to get your attention. And I figured if I use enough aloe, which I break off the branches and I wipe aloe on my face. And if you noticed my past few videos, I wasn't doing that so much because I was extra crinkly. And the skies and the weathers totally drained my skin, but I'm back. See how I took that in my own hands? I fixed my shit. Random thoughts of poppism. Smell you later.